the day of my birthday, I found out that my husband Oliver was having an affair with his ex-girlfriend Sophia. I was extremely angry, but he was quite honest about it. He openly said he only loved that ex-girlfriend. He said if he could start over, he would definitely choose her. I felt incredibly disheartened. I thought to myself, what exactly do you mean to me? I decided to make a vow while blowing out the candles. If I had the chance to start over, I definitely wouldn't make the same mistake. Scene shifts. I and my husband returned to the eve of our engagement. This time, I was determined to pursue my own career, and he finally found the ideal partner in his heart. Unexpectedly, my ex-husband went to buy rings with that ideal partner and just happened to run into me. Oh, this shows that he is not doing so well. He actually went into sales. That's really not easy. Who knows how his business is doing? It seems luck is not on his side. Seeing them like that, I immediately called my husband. I didn't expect that. As soon as my husband appeared, my ex-husband started to regret. Didn't you say you only wanted me? Why aren't you home yet? The food I made is getting cold. I'm sitting at the dining table, dialing my husband's number. I jokingly asked him, I'm preparing a birthday gift for you. Don't worry, dear. I'll be right back. My husband responded with a smile. A soft breathing sound came through the phone. I thought it was the sound of the wind. Where are you right now? I'm bored, playing with my chopsticks, kicking my shins. I'm driving. Let's not chat for now. My husband finished talking and hung up the phone. This didn't give me a chance to remind him to drive safely. I guess he might be hurrying back, so it's not convenient to talk. After all, there are a lot of cars on the road, and many people. If any more accidents happen, it wouldn't be good. I sighed. I reheated the dishes I had prepared in advance. I also took out the red wine that my husband has been wanting to drink and put it on ice. Today is my birthday. After getting married, due to household chores, I rarely celebrate my birthday seriously. It's usually like this: buy a cake, make some dishes, just the two of us drink some wine and it's done. I didn't even post anything on social media. My husband and I are college classmates. After graduation, we became colleagues. Gradually, we developed feelings for each other. He is very gentle with me and very attentive. He takes care of me very thoughtfully. Not long after, we got married. After getting married, he suggested that I quit my job to make things easier for me, to focus on being a wealthy housewife. He takes care of making the money. I love him, so I agreed. I started to focus my energy on the family. I'm working hard to manage this little home. I support him silently. Our life is quite warm and cozy. Even though my husband is very busy with work, he always remembers my birthday and our anniversary. He also buys me expensive and exquisite gifts. Sometimes he even surprises me. Thinking about these things, I can't help but smile. I didn't even notice the noise at the entrance. What are you doing, dear? My husband suddenly hugged me from behind. It startled me. Why are you back? I haven't come to my senses yet. I blurted out. What do you mean by that? Of course, I came back to celebrate your birthday. You've been waiting for a long time, right? Today, I had to work overtime at the company. I'm really sorry. Dear, my husband rested his head on my neck and rubbed against it. I immediately softened. I just patted his shoulder. It's okay. I understand. You go change your clothes and wash your hands. Let's get ready to eat. My husband hummed softly. He raised his tired eyes. He said, my wife is really great. Then he went to the room. I laughed at him while I brought the dishes to the table. My husband's phone kept vibrating beside him. I thought it was a message from the work group, so I didn't pay much attention until the screen lit up. I saw it was a message from the bank. I curiously wiped my hands with an apron. I opened his phone. 500,000. I widened my eyes. My husband actually spent 500,000 in the afternoon. He is usually very frugal, except for occasionally buying me gifts. He basically wouldn't spend that much money. I held the phone tightly. I started to feel a little worried. Could something have happened that requires so much money? I was thinking about how to ask him. Suddenly, a WeChat message popped up. Thank you for your gift. I really like it. I love you. The profile picture of the person sending this message is a girl. I was momentarily stunned. I wasn't sure whether to open this WeChat message. I bit my lower lip. I hesitated for half a minute before clicking it open. What appeared before my eyes was a chat history between my husband and someone else. His WeChat profile picture is a photo from our wedding day, but this one isn't. It's obviously a secondary account. Where are we meeting today? I really miss you. Next time I'll take you to my favorite restaurant. I'll take some nice photos of you. The room key is at the front desk. Don't forget to pick it up. I bought you some nice clothes. You want to try them on tonight? I saw some chat records that made me very uncomfortable. My mood instantly dropped. I felt a shadow looming over me. It made it hard for me to breathe because I trusted him, so I rarely checked his phone. I didn't expect him to do such things behind my back. My heart hurts terribly. My hands are propped on the table. I feel so weak that I can barely stand. Dear, I bought you a gift. See if you like it. Honey, I've changed into my loungewear, he asked me while rolling up his sleeves. Wife, maybe it's because I was turned away from him and didn't respond. He called me again. Oliver, have I not done enough in these years? Have I made you unhappy in any way? I asked coldly. He sensed that something was off in my tone. He came over immediately to take a look. He found my face covered in tears. My hands hung weakly. I was holding his phone. A hint of unease flashed across his face. Dear, what are you talking about? Why are you suddenly asking this? You are certainly fine. He quickly grabbed my arm. He tried to force a smile. Then why did you betray me? I lifted my head. I felt very upset inside. Dear, are you too tired? He didn't answer. Instead, he gently held me. Is it true? Then who is Sophia? I raised my hand. I took a look at the notes. I casually asked a question. I noticed Oliver's body slightly tremble. He chuckled softly twice. You mean her? She's a colleague of mine. She recently had a fight with her boyfriend and came to me for mediation. I closed my eyes. I let out a bitter laugh twice. Oliver, we are husband and wife. You don't even give me the slightest loyalty. You really are a heartless person. I pushed him away. I displayed the chat records in front of him. Tell me, is this how you communicate with colleagues? Oliver was taken aback for a moment. Then he took the phone. He held my hand. Speak gently to me. This isn't me. It's a chat record between her and her boyfriend. What are you joking about? Although I haven't been in touch with the outside world for a long time. I know WeChat has a feature for secondary accounts. You don't need to be all secretive. The matter of cheating is already public. I asked angrily. My heart was full of resentment. It's not like that. Oliver frowned impatiently. Don't you understand me yet? Don't you trust me? The reason I choose to trust you is because I have a deep understanding of you. But now I realize I'm not as understanding of you as I thought. Instead, I've been lost in your dreams. I shook my head with a bitter smile, through clenched teeth. I asked, let me ask you again. Who is Sophia? Oliver looked at me without refuting. After a moment of silence, he lowered his head. It's Sophia. I frowned. I'm feeling a bit confused. I slightly parted my lips. Sophia. She is a girl I met in college. She once pursued Oliver. At that time, she clearly knew I was with Oliver. Yet she still kept messaging him. It led to a huge argument between us. Oliver said it was Sophia who kept bothering him, and I was so immersed in love back then. I believed what he said. So what about today? Is Sophia still bothering him? What are they to each other? New love or old flame? I dare not think too deeply. Then what about the 500,000 in your bank account? My voice trembled. I struggled to control my emotions that were about to spiral out of control. I, Oliver, gritted my teeth. I sat up straight. That was a gift I gave her. Are you satisfied? I widened my eyes. My anger was boiling. Oliver, how could you do this to me? For you and this family. I'm working hard every day. Isabella, 500,000 is nothing. I can transfer it to you. But I beg you, please stop causing a scene. Okay, this is the first time he has spoken to me so loudly since our marriage. It's also the first time I've seen him so impatient. I shouted in anger. How can this be just about 500,000? You betrayed me. How could you disappoint me so much with that woman? Don't you fear the consequences of your actions? Stop talking, Oliver said angrily. What do you think you are, some special character? Let me tell you. Actually, we were already together back in school. Later, she wanted to enter the entertainment industry and go abroad for further studies. That's why we broke up. The reason I paid attention to you is actually just because your birthdays are on the same day. I felt like I was struck by lightning. I was so shocked I almost fell onto the table. What did you say? I replied, no matter the past or the future, I only love Sophia. I have always had feelings for her. Oliver is suddenly so candid. There's not even room for a defense. This makes me feel utterly overwhelmed, collapsed and crying uncontrollably. If I could start over, I would definitely not choose you. What I regret the most is not opposing my parents. As a result, I chose to be with her. In the end, I married you. At this moment, my heart feels completely dark. Tears keep flowing uncontrollably. Hatred and love intertwine. It truly hurts the heart. I glare at him with hatred. I pick up the candle on the table. I light it. since we share the same birthday. Then you two as a couple should be together well. If I had the chance to do it all over again, I would definitely not take the same path. The candle just went out. The room instantly turned pitch black. Right after that, a blinding white light flashed. It made it hard for me to open my eyes. My body felt like it was being spun into an endless abyss. The darkness behind me seemed ready to swallow me whole. When I hit the ground, I felt a surge of real pain. Out of fear, I slowly opened my closed eyes. What lay before me was not the abyss I had imagined. Instead, it was a formal wear store. I fell to the ground. Oliver hurriedly apologized to me. The surroundings made me feel like I had returned to the past. In front of me was the formal wear store, the place where I fell. It reminded me of the night before my engagement. I let out a scream. I quickly got up from the ground. Oliver seemed to come to his senses at some point. He immediately kept his distance from me. Isabella, why are you dressed like this? He looked at me with confusion. Nervously looking around, I had no mind to respond. I was just busy looking for my phone to check the time. When I saw that familiar date, I couldn't help but laugh. It really felt like I was back to that day, the day of choosing the dress before the engagement. He saw me in a beautiful dress. I was so excited. He ran over to hug me all of a sudden. He accidentally stepped on my dress. We both fell down together. I really have come back. My wish has truly come true. I don't know whether to be happy or not. It just feels like I've breathed a sigh of relief after going through a disaster. How could I be here? Weren't we just at home? I cautiously turned around, looking at Oliver. I found him looking confused. This means he has come back too. Do you remember when this was? I stared at him. My gaze was somewhat cold. What do you mean? How could this happen? What time is it now? Oliver's eyes widened in surprise. My wish has come true. We have returned to before the engagement. I spoke slowly. I carefully observed his expression. Oliver began to doubt. Then his expression gradually turned happy and excited. I really can start over. I smiled happily. That's great. This way we can both fulfill our wishes. Seeing him so eager, I felt completely disheartened. I clenched my fists. Finally, I asked, "Are you sure we want to go our separate ways and no longer interfere in each other's affairs?" Oliver looked me up and down. He snorted disdainfully. He said, "What do you think you are, since we are starting over? Of course, I won't choose you again." Okay, I nodded. After changing my clothes, I turned and left. In my past life, I quit my job for him. I delayed my own future. Since he is so heartless in this life, then I will never look back. I hope you won't regret it. Oliver shouted from behind me. I let out a cold laugh. I didn't want to look at him even once and just walked away. Marrying you is my biggest regret. After leaving Oliver, everyone felt sorry for us. They thought our years of relationship ended like this. It was too sudden. Whenever I hear someone advising me to reconcile with him, I just shake my head and smile. I don't regret leaving him at all. On the contrary, I feel quite relieved. Slowly, everyone saw that we had made up our minds. So we stopped bringing up those things. We also completely disappeared from each other's lives. I focused all my energy on my career. Before long, I got a promotion and performed excellently in management. I was promoted to manage an entire mall. After the promotion, I continued to work hard. I often checked the mall's operational status and formulated timely strategies suitable for the market. Before long, I was in the top 3 of New York's industry prestige rankings. It's the weekend. I had planned to relax, but unexpectedly, the manager of the jewelry store suddenly told me he was sick. He said the store would be closed today. I approved his leave. I decided to go to the store myself to experience the sales job. "Welcome. May I help you with anything?" I was wiping the counter, skillfully making polite conversation. Suddenly, I heard a mocking voice coming from above me. "Oh, long time no see. I didn't expect to see you again." Here of all places, that voice was all too familiar to me. I looked up. Oliver's self-satisfied face appeared in front of me. "Are you cleaning the windows? Is life really that hard after leaving me? Even an outstanding person has to be arranged like this." Oliver's words were sharp. He never liked that my education was higher than his. Now seeing me in this situation, it's hard not to laugh at me. "What are you all doing here if you don't plan to buy anything? Please do not disturb my work." I rolled my eyes. I couldn't be bothered to deal with him. "I'm here today to help Sophia pick out a ring. Bring out your most expensive ring. Let my fiancé try it on." Oliver proudly lifted his chin and unconsciously wrapped his arms around Sophia. I saw their affectionate display. I couldn't help but mock. I heard you haven't achieved anything special in the past few years. You're asking for the most expensive ring right off the bat. Don't you fear getting slapped in the face? Stop with the sarcasm here. Sophia raised her voice and said, I think you're just jealous that Oliver is willing to spend money on me. After all, he told me that when you were together, he never gave you any gifts. I raised an eyebrow, tilting my head and smiling. Really, Miss Sophia must have seen plenty of good things. After all, you are the rising star. There must be many people chasing after you. However, if you hide it from your fans and become a mistress, that wouldn't be good. Who are you calling a mistress? My relationship with Oliver is legitimate. You're clearly just jealous. Sophia got angry, her brows furrowed. Her beautiful eyes sparkled with anger. Who do you think you are? Oliver said with a smile. I thought you left so firmly back then, to live a good life, but I didn't expect you to be selling here. What a disappointment. He was mocking me with another person, with a face full of disdain. I heard that sales is a highly competitive field. Who knows how your performance came about? Don't let it affect our happiness. They were mocking me together. It made me very uncomfortable. I said to them, if you are here to buy something, I can make recommendations, but if you are here to cause trouble, then don't blame me for my bad attitude. I'm a bit impatient. I completely ignored what they said. Are you still putting on an arrogant act? I already said. Take out your most expensive ring. Didn't you hear me? Oliver scolded me loudly. His attitude was very firm. Of course, no problem. I sneered. Wipe the most expensive and exquisite rings in the counter until they shine and bring them out. This ring costs over 100 million. I wonder if it can live up to the white moonlight you've been thinking about for so many years. I gritted my teeth. The last few words were particularly emphasized. Oliver blinked awkwardly. Of course, Sophia deserves the best. Isn't it over 100 million? I can still afford it. I nodded slightly. I didn't expose him, although I will never see him again. I've heard quite a lot about him after the engagement was called off. He insisted on accompanying Sophia abroad. For 3 years, he spent money and time on her. He even forced his family to cut ties with him. In the end, he finally pursued Sophia. But now he doesn't have any money to play the rich guy. So beautiful. Honey, Sophia's eyes are sparkling. Her face is full of anticipation. She's eager for me to buy things. She wants that woman to see how well we're doing now. She doesn't care about the price at all. She just wants me to appear inferior to her. Her attitude is very arrogant. Oliver thought for a moment. He grabbed her hand and said, Does this style suit you? And she's used to this kind of thing. It might not be very clean. Let's go check out other stores. I couldn't help but laugh. No money means no money. Why pretend to be so wealthy? Oliver was suddenly hit hard by the words. His face immediately turned sour. He told me not to talk nonsense here. Today, I'll make you feel how deep the regret of losing me is. You, a salesperson, dare to mock me. After saying that, Oliver snatched the ring away and smashed it hard on the ground, then stomped on it a few times. He snorted indifferently, as if to say he could easily buy such a thing. Who knows if what you bought is real or fake? You just want to cheat money. What's wrong with you? I glared at him. If you're not interested in buying, then don't stay here. You even damaged our store's jewelry, and you're still here provoking me. Do you think I'm easy to bully? I once thought Oliver was very annoying, but I didn't expect him to be so shameless. To avoid losing face in front of Sophia, I'd be willing to do anything. Am I slandering you? How can you prove how much this ring is worth? How do I know you're not trying to set me up? I haven't even complained about your attitude yet. Oliver looked at me smugly. He said if you don't want this month's performance to go to waste, then kneel down and apologize. Admit that your attitude is poor. Beg me for forgiveness. I clenched my fists. I glared at him fiercely. Absolutely not. Isabella. Oliver grabbed my chin and said, You're still so arrogant. Seeing you up there, I really want to stomp you down. I know you still love me deep down. You just don't want to admit it. I really can't hold back anymore. Falling in love with you is simply disgusting for me. Seeing Oliver about to get angry, I pushed him away with one kick. Oliver, I warn you, I'm already married. What? I dialed the phone under Oliver's surprised gaze. Honey, can you come over for a moment? I have something here that needs your help. I can't believe you got married. This is impossible. Wasn't I your favorite? Oliver looked at me in disbelief, then suddenly burst out laughing. He said I must be joking, afraid of embarrassing myself in front of him. Why do you think so complicated? I crossed my arms and laughed at him. I said in my eyes, You can't even compare to my husband, not even a hair. No, you are not even worthy to compare with him. Isabella. Sophia said loudly. Are you trying to embarrass us on purpose? We just came to buy a ring. There's no need to make it so awkward. I know you love Oliver, so it feels a bit uncomfortable. But right now, he only loves me. Can you stop that? I listened to Sophia's words and couldn't help but laugh. I found her really a bit ridiculous, Sophia. I didn't want to say anything, but do you really think you're so impressive? You and Oliver got together only after we broke up, right? Don't think I don't know. You two have been in contact all along. You're so self-righteous about it. It's really speechless. No wonder you're in this situation. You, Sophia stomped her foot in anger. So what? The person you like so much is still listening to me and pampering me. Isn't he? I think you're just jealous of us. In reality, you don't have a real husband at all. Sophia is right. I don't believe you could find any good man after leaving me. Even if there are people who like you, how could they let you come here to do sales? I really can't figure out how you achieve your results. Oliver made a rather uncomfortable joke. He put his arm around Sophia's shoulders and looked at me wantonly. He asked, "Did you finish your call with your husband? Why hasn't he come yet?" Sophia looked around. She said with a smile, "He must be a coward. Maybe he doesn't dare to come. After all, having a wife in sales is quite embarrassing." I thought to myself, but it's you who should be embarrassed. Before I could retort, Ethan walked over in a neat and tidy suit. His appearance attracted quite a few glances. "Why didn't I see you bring your assistant today?" I couldn't help but laugh when I saw him. I teased him a bit. He helped me get the gifts you wanted from the car. There were quite a few items, so I didn't let him come over first. Ethan took my hand. He looked at me gently. "Isabella, this can't be the assistant you hired." "Right." Oliver still didn't quite believe it. He looked at my husband with a somewhat unfriendly gaze. She thought there were many places to rent a husband now, believing that my husband wasn't a real husband, just for my sake. She doesn't even believe that someone like him would be interested in me. Sophia's tone is filled with dissatisfaction. She thinks she is pretty. Oliver is already a partner she has carefully chosen. He excels in every aspect, but in front of Ethan, she still feels quite inferior. "Shut up," Ethan said impatiently. "Don't think you're anything special. Others are not on the same level as you. Isabella and I are legally married. Before you say something disgusting, I suggest you brush your teeth first. Don't make the air so unpleasant." Ethan ruthlessly retorted at Sophia, his eyes filled with disgust. "How can you speak like that? Do you know who I am?" Oliver noticed everyone's attention was focused on Ethan. He felt very dissatisfied. He wanted to show himself. "Who is speaking?" Ethan frowned. He looked at me in confusion. He asked, "Is this your new dog?" Oliver immediately got angry. "It seems he wants to teach my husband a lesson." Unexpectedly, Ethan dodged lightly. He stumbled for a moment, almost fell down. Faint laughter arose around us. I smiled lightly. "Say it. Don't compare him to a dog. I'm her ex-husband." Oliver stood there, gritting his teeth. He said, "It seems he has his eyes on my second wife as well. I really want to say he is just an undignified person from a remote place." As soon as the words were out, Ethan punched him in the face. Blood splattered onto his expensive watch. "I didn't want to argue with someone like you, but don't think I can't do anything. Isabella is not engaged to you. You have already broken up. Only those with limited abilities spread rumors." Ethan stood in front of me. I looked at his determined back and remembered our first meeting. At that time, I had just achieved a little success, but my family's financial situation was not outstanding, so it was difficult to maintain. In terms of socializing, I was also willing but unable. Little I, as a girl, it's already not easy for you to achieve what you have today. Why pursue even higher goals? We should give newcomers some opportunities. A slightly older boss seriously patted my shoulder and said, I understood his meaning. At that time, a small team under his company was competing with me for the same project. I responded, "Mr. Smith, everyone has the desire to advance, no matter the gender. It all depends on one's own abilities." To show my apology, I drank that glass of strong liquor, keeping a polite smile on my face. "Do you really think winning this project will allow you to soar, and think it's all due to your own abilities? I see that many people here are stepping stones for your promotion. Don't pretend to be high and mighty in front of me." Mr. Smith looked very angry. I said some impolite words. "You've had too much to drink. I'll take my leave now. I see that the situation is not good." He nodded and then turned to leave, but he was stopped by him. "What I'm saying to you today is not a request for opinions, nor is it a suggestion. It's a hope that you can voluntarily give up this qualification. After all, you are a female leader. It's not appropriate to go out like this. You also know our ways. If you want to stay on, you have to make concessions. Mr. Smith is very firm in his stance. My palms started to sweat, but I still calmly responded. I'm sorry, Mr. Smith. The rule of the industry is fair competition. You wouldn't want the video threatening me to be posted online, right? I casually glanced at the surveillance camera. I looked at him with a slight smile. You are also a senior in this circle. I really want to learn from you about management, but that doesn't mean I will back down. I hope you won't put too much pressure on me. My methods are not as simple as you think, although compared to them, my techniques might look rather basic, but I still have to project a strong aura. Mr. Smith doesn't seem nervous at all. He gestured to the bodyguard next to him. I can take care of the surveillance footage. If you don't obey, life will be difficult. Mr. Smith says this on my turf. What a bold claim. A cold voice suddenly rang out. Ethan walked over in my shocked gaze. He stood in front of me. She is right. Competition in the industry should be fair. Using these little tricks in private is because you think I can't shake your supporters behind you. Ethan has a strong presence. It has already scared Mr. Smith into silence. He can only keep smiling apologetically. I don't know what relationship she has with you. She has nothing to do with me. Ethan suddenly interrupted. My good mood was ruined by you. Don't let me see this person again. Continue. Ethan briefed his assistant on some matters. He casually decided the fate of a character. At that moment, I really wanted to become him. Later, we encountered some tense situations at work. He began to pursue me fiercely. I didn't want to rely solely on his connections to rise. He also respected my decision. He slowly taught me his way of working and strategies, helping me become more outstanding. On the day I made it into the top 3, I accepted his pursuit. Not long after, we held a grand wedding. We both don't like to stand out after the wedding. We got busy with our own lives, occasionally dating. Life was fulfilling. This is between him and me. I'll handle it. After the memories ended, I held Ethan's hand, giving him a reassuring gesture. I had mentioned Oliver to him before. He didn't mind. After all, someone like Oliver isn't worth his attention. The outcome is obvious. There's nothing to say about Oliver. You'd better compensate for this ring at its original price. Don't make it too awkward, seeing me so calm. Oliver is furious. He grabbed my shoulder and said, "Did you forget your own promise? Didn't you say that you'd only love me in this lifetime? So what's going on with your marriage now? How can you even ask me that? I think you might have forgotten some things. Forgot who betrayed the feelings first. Forgot who insisted on only loving Sophia and not wanting to be with me anymore. Your wish has come true now. What else is there to entangle over? It's really impossible. You can only be with me. I hope you can support me at home." Silently helping me. How could you forget me so quickly and then be with another man? Oliver said angrily. In fact, he doesn't love anyone. He just can't accept that his wife, who once followed his commands, no longer depends on him. He thinks I should be in pain. I can't live without him. Only then can his fragile self-esteem be satisfied. Why does it have to be this way? I walked closer to him, thinking to myself that I am better than him in every way. I will always be superior to him. It was I who gave up my career to be with him. Otherwise, does he think he could reach that position? Stop talking. Oliver's face turned red with anger. He thought to himself, what does it matter how high your education is? You're still doing this kind of job now, aren't you? What makes you better than me? It's better to obediently go home and be a housewife. At least I could get my living expenses. Can't you take it anymore? I smiled lightly. I casually stated a fact. Is it because you saw me with Ethan? Such a handsome and wealthy guy, feeling a bit uncomfortable inside. I feel like I've lost face. So you want to keep me around to prove you have charm. It's really frustrating. Just as Oliver was about to speak, I slapped him. Isabella, how could you hit someone? Sophia exclaimed, so eager to ditch your old lover now that you're with a rich guy. You're really heartless. I walked over, grabbed Sophia's hair. You are the least qualified to talk. You're with Oliver just for the money, right? But he's not even rich. You still don't know, do you? He spent all his savings to pursue you. He even cut ties with his family. You really think he would marry you? And you naively let him buy you a ring. That's so unwise. Let me go. Sophia kept struggling. Sophia keeps struggling. Why do you get to live better than I do? I'm really jealous that you're with Oliver. Now he belongs to me. You've actually climbed up to a higher branch again. I'm truly not convinced. What you said is indeed correct. I chuckled twice. Then I tucked her hair back. You may not have heard of this person, Ethan, but you should know the surname E. Oliver looked up in shock. His expression suddenly changed. How is that possible? The E family is a powerful family in New York. How could they let a divorced woman like you in? I pretended not to understand, thought about it. Then I spread my hands and said, "We haven't even been engaged in our lifetime. What does playing around count as a second marriage?" Oliver instantly looked very dejected, as if he had been severely hurt. He found it hard to believe that all of this in front of him could really happen. He looked at me with a face full of disbelief. "Do you really not love me anymore? I can forgive you, as long as you come back to me." I felt a wave of disgust inside. I couldn't help but roll my eyes. It was you who cheated back then. You even swore on my birthday that you would never be with me. Have you forgotten? Now you suddenly think of me. Dream on, Isabella. Although I was at fault back then, you shouldn't be so heartless. I'm still your husband. Have you forgotten our friendship since college? Don't you have any feelings at all, Isabella? Oliver is speaking to you so humbly. You should just forgive him. Be with him. I promise I won't interfere in your affairs again. Sophia suddenly started crying. She was crying quite dramatically. I instantly understood her thoughts. I secretly glanced at Ethan beside me. He didn't even give Sophia a single glance. "Sophia, you don't really love Oliver, do you? You just like that he is willing to spend money. You enjoy the feeling of being surrounded by people." Look, Ethan's gaze hasn't left him. "Are you trying to make me and Oliver a couple and leave Ethan for you, please? It's something you don't even want." I felt uncomfortable just looking at it. "Don't say that. Wife, she isn't even worth comparing to you." Ethan hurried out to explain. His face showed an expression of dissatisfaction. "Isabella, you are really going too far." Sophia felt insulted. She immediately put on a cold expression. "Do you think you're that great? Isn't your interest in him because of the E family's background? You still have the audacity to blame me. I really think you're the most shameless person, acting like a saint while being a whore. It's really frustrating. You don't really think I'm just a salesperson, right?" I couldn't help but laugh so hard that I bent over. Tears of laughter were in the corners of my eyes. "Let me introduce myself. I'm the owner of this shopping mall. Not just this mall. All industries related to Everest are mine." "What? How is that possible? Everest is your creation." Oliver's eyes widened. He has been abroad for these years. He rarely pays attention to the business developments in New York. He only heard from friends that Everest is an emerging force. "I didn't expect that I was actually behind it all. This must be a lie. You must be tricking me together with that little guy." Oliver is still trying to convince himself. "None of this is real. What's the truth? Just check your phone and you'll know." "Isabella, why do you get to live so well? I want to see what else you have left." Sophia murmured beside her, feeling unwilling in her heart. "Because you're not that great either." I speak coldly. My gaze is also indifferent. "All of this is caused by yourself. You made yourself the mistress. You ruined someone else's happiness. People like you will never have a good outcome. This is punishment. Isabella, I was wrong before. It was this woman who seduced me. I didn't cheat on purpose. Can you forgive me?" Oliver immediately became very attentive. He tried to hold my hand, but Ethan pushed him away. "You are truly useless. Are you asking for my forgiveness because I'm doing well now? You don't actually like me. You just like the attention I give you. You enjoy the feeling of having someone revolve around you, but I don't want that anymore. You are completely unworthy. I feel like talking to you is a waste of time." I said casually. "By the way, I have never blamed you, because I had already let you go in my heart. You still want me to forgive you. How self-righteous. You are just an ordinary person. Don't think you are that important." My words pierced his heart. One by one, Oliver's expression clearly changed. His hands were tightly clenched into fists. He suddenly rushed over. "Say it. You are mine. You can only love me. Everything about you belongs to me." He just wanted to rush over and attack me. Ethan reacted quickly. The assistant who was instructed stopped him. A few bodyguards restrained him, pressed him to the ground. "You can see me today. It's because I'm on patrol and experiencing life a bit, but this is also the last time you will see me. From now on, you can only stay in the dark corners, and I will become more and more radiant, leaving you to watch from the sidelines. What you cannot obtain, you cannot destroy. This is your punishment for betraying my sincerity. No, please don't be so heartless. After all, we are husband and wife. Isabella, you can't be so indifferent to me. I'm really annoyed by this." Ethan noticed that I was unhappy. He immediately had someone silence Oliver. He could only let out a pitiful whimper. "And you?" I crossed my arms and looked at Sophia. "I wonder how your fans would react if they knew you were supporting a mistress. What kind of reaction would that be?" I didn't take action against you before because I thought you weren't worth it. But now you keep provoking me and humiliating me, then I won't hold back. You will make me very uncomfortable. Isabella, I've been so foolish to actually like such an incompetent person. I was wrong. I promise I won't disturb you again. Please just let me go. Sophia, although very confident, also knows she can't lose her career. So she lowered her head and begged me. I smiled slightly and clearly told her, impossible, no matter in the past or now. The harm they caused me is irreparable. In the end, Oliver was abandoned by everyone. No one in the circle wants to associate with him. His parents also moved to another city. They completely severed ties with him. He could only live like a rat crossing the street, living in a cramped rental room, watching reports about him on TV every day, feeling an immense torment inside. Sophia's acting career has also come to a complete end. She couldn't bear the overwhelming criticism online. She locks herself at home all day, drowning her sorrows in alcohol. Both her mind and body are experiencing significant issues. I heard her mental state is very poor now, but I did not stop moving forward. I continue to strive towards my goals. At this moment, I understand. What truly helps me is not the so-called birthday wish, but rather my relentless pursuit.